Hello, I'm the nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to. Think I had a hard time saying Debbie Derry Barry's name? Played by Debbie. Wow! Played by Debbie. Wait until you hear me butcher this. Released in 2008, The Tale of Despereaux. Certainly had the look of an anime film released in 2008. See, everybody in one way or another was trying to mimic either Toy Story or Shrek. And unless you were Disney or DreamWorks, you didn't do it well. Hell, even Disney and DreamWorks didn't always turn out winners. And this just looked like another one of those films trying to have a unique identity, but not too unique. While it's based on a Newbery Award-winning book, the film just looked like another generic adventure with generic animation. It had decent people behind it. One of the directors would go on to direct Paranorman. But critics and audiences seemed to find it just as generic. So, over 15 years later, why did so many people seem to get into the book, but not the movie? Well, let's crawl on in and take a look. Because if your opening weekend had you losing to these films, something must be wrong! Let's take a look at The Tale of Despereaux. The film opens with a narrator, played by Sigourney Weaver, letting out her clear racism towards rats.
Rats hate the light. They slink and cower all the time. And as far as telling the truth is concerned, well, that's impossible.
Remember when your grandparents died? That was a rat. She confusingly says rats can't talk, despite this one clearly talking to a sailor.
A rat can't talk.
Tell me that thing again.
We are headed to door.
Sounds like someone else can't tell the truth. Don't listen to her directions, Dory. She's a liar.
I can see it!
This is Roscuro, played by Dustin Hoffman, and he's on his way to the Kingdom of Dor, where their biggest holiday is Soup Day. Sounds like the most exciting thing in a kingdom called Dor. And a chef named Andre, played by Kevin Kline, puts together his amazing annual soup.
No. Something is wrong. I need more time.
Yeah, I know this story. A little rodent comes along and helps him cook. Or God.
Yeah, little garlic. It was already there. No, yeah.
I think I put on a different movie. I thought this was the mouse with the big ears, not all of VeggieTales becomes the produce gremlin from Gremlins 2. This demon salad helps him find the right ingredients for his soup, but Roscuro falls into the soup while the queen is trying it.
There's a rat in my soup!
Uh-oh. She's dead.
Well, I'd say that escalated quickly, but even a Skynet escalator trying to kill people through sheer force wouldn't escalate that quickly. He falls into the sewers where he finds another rat named Botticelli, played by Kieran Hines, who takes him under his wing as the kingdom mourns their very sudden death.
Soap is hereby outlawed in the Kingdom of Dor!
Okay, seriously, how many stories for young people does Hollywood know that doesn't involve the phrase, and all blank was outlawed? Oh no, the king tripped. Now all feet are outlawed! Oh, I bet we're gonna learn that feet are good!
Rats are to be considered illegal as well!
Oh, rats are outlawed too. Does that even need to be a rule? I just can't see that many plague-carrying rat preservatories in this time period.
Sunlight left, and the world went gray. Colors faded into each other, and dark clouds filled the sky. It wouldn't rain.
Duly noted, outlawing rats and soup equals drought. This movie's weird. The king's daughter, Princess P, played by Emma Watson, who looks like James Woods if he was that painting from It, is sad as well to see her kingdom in misery, but under the castle a colony of mice reside, and one of them has just given birth.
And look at those ears!
Am I to assume the voice of Jiminy Cricket is gonna call someone brother in the third act?
And from the very beginning, Despereaux heard more, saw more, and even smelled more than any of the other mice.
But for marketing purposes, only the ears were enhanced as, well, here's what it looked like otherwise. The mouse is named Despereaux, voiced by Hollywood's humanization of bad elevator music Matthew Broderick, who right from the start loves adventure. He doesn't seem interested in cowering though whenever a threat is present like the other mice.
Despereaux,
Yes?
you didn't cower.
Looks like a sword.
You also have the voice of a 46-year-old man despite apparently being a young child. Explanation, please. Oh, the person connected to my voice is such a good actor. No, really, explanation, please. Okay, to his credit, I can't believe I'm saying this, with all the problems of the film, Broderick is not one of them. Yes, the grown-up voice is distracting, but he does surprisingly play a curious archetype well. When he asks a question, I legit believe he wants to know the answer to it.
No one's ever come back.
How come? I wonder what's out there. How far down is it? Do you have any more?
Somebody actually bothered to say, hey, you know what? Maybe a take two is a good idea. Even further under the castle is where the rats live, where we see Roscuro and the others living under the rule of Botticelli.
You miss something, don't you?
No, I don't.
There's nothing up there, Roscuro.
Oh, no, I know that. Absolutely.
Hey, after this disaster, I'm very okay not showing my face. Despereaux, meanwhile, is constantly taught to be afraid whenever anything new approaches.
And you can't be a mouse if you don't learn to be afraid. There's so many wonderful things in life to be afraid of if you just learn how scary they are.
Have you tried watching cable news? Really, any of them will do nowadays. His brother Furlough, played by Tony Hale, tries to teach him how to explore, but in the most timid way possible. Obviously test driving before he takes over this character.
You're not supposed to read it, Despereaux. You're supposed to eat it.
Despereaux gets caught up reading a fairy tale, though, about a princess being rescued by a brave knight.
There lived a fair princess. She longed for a brave knight who would deliver her from all of this.
She was a young princess. It was creepy times.
What are you? A mouse?
I am a gentleman.
He gets inspired by the story, so naturally he goes to help the sad princess literally next door.
You're sad.
Yes.
Because you have longing.
You're a strange little mouse.
Thank you.
Damn it, Broderick's better than okay. He's legit good in this. Why is this the one he puts the effort into? Inspector Gadget would suck no matter what, but be an eye drop better if he tried as hard as he did here.
Oh, I wish it would rain. I wish there was soup again.
$20 says she laughed when she first tried saying that line. Does this mean I'm pregnant? A servant named Miggery Sow, played by Tracy Ullman, dreams of being a princess despite her coming from nothing. Well, not nothing, about 15 quid.
12 for the girl. 15 for the girl. Same as the sow.
Oh yeah, soups and rats was the problem with this kingdom, but selling people? I can stay. Despereaux's father, played by William H. Macy, finds out about his fascination with the princess and tells the council, leading to maybe the only funny line in the film.
It's an easy question. Are you a man? Or are you a mouse?
Alright, this film might be able to save itself if Jason Segel starts singing. He's banished from the mouse world and sent into the rat world. He's led there by Hovis, played by I don't even need to check. Look at him, that's Christopher Lloyd.
You're the brave one.
I guess.
It's no shame.
I will say this film does have good atmosphere. It has plenty of quiet moments. Some subtle performances, like I said, even Broderick's pretty good in it. And despite its weak story, it doesn't try to bop you on the head with constant noise and movement. I also like the rats live in the dungeon where they literally live in the bones of the people who died down there. It's like this director's other film Squeak, so Paranorman could
Who goes there?
I am a gentleman.
He stumbles upon the dungeon keeper, played by Robbie Coltrane, who, like everybody in this world, doesn't seem shocked that rodents can talk.
And what makes you a gentleman?
Actually, I'm a lab mouse involved in an intricate plan to take over the world.
Go tell them to their brats!
Oh! He's thrown to the rats who put him in an arena to battle. What else? A kitty. That thing looks like the combined shit of Grumpy Cat and the dog from Toy Story.
Wait! Can I have him? Can I have this one?
Roscuro saves him, though, just as we almost forgot he was even in the movie, and claims he wants to devour him himself.
Come on, let's go. Keep moving.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do. We'll leave you to your privacy, even though this is literally entertainment to us. Want to drop by Ratigan's orgy? Oh, hell yeah. Roscuro asks Despereaux about the princess, seeing if he can make up for the mistake he made long ago.
In the darkness of the cellar, 2 knights pledged devotion to a princess who was trapped inside a castle.
A castle made out of walls of depression. Yeah, the story could use a dragon or two. Speaking of which, our lady-in-waiting is tired of waiting and often snaps at Miggery Sow, so she imagines herself in the role.
Powder on my pretty princess face.
And what do you think you're doing?
Wondering who used the Nutty Professor filter on you. As punishment for stealing the princess's tiara, she's sent to feed the folks in the dungeon. Yeah, most crown theft results in that and not the ultimate neck massage. Where we get not exactly the biggest shocker, the dungeon keeper is secretly Miggery Sow's father.
Every dad's got a princess. Till he stops being a dad, of course. Sorry. So sorry.
Will you give me 15 for her? 12. Roscuro sneaks into the princess's room in the hopes of making amends. It doesn't go well.
I just want to tell you.
You know, for someone who wants to make things better, she really sucks at making things better. The guards chase after him, which you'd think in a kingdom where rats are outlawed and the queen's been rat assassinated, they'd have better rat traps, and he ends up getting away.
What would you do if your own name was a bad word?
You know, the quiet moments would be a lot more effective if you didn't have Sigourney Weaver saying, "Here's what you're supposed to think!" I kind of want to see one of her smarter characters from another film react to her narration.
When your heart breaks, it grows back twisted and gnarled and hard.
Oh, good. That makes me feel so much better.
He becomes filled with vengeance and decides to manipulate Miggery Sow. Not that she needs much motivating.
Who's the pretty princess pumpkin pie?
Well, that's her Netflix true crime documentary thumbnail right there.
You are, and you should be dressed in those clothes.
He convinces her to turn on the princess, but first they need some supplies.
What are you doing?
I need it for a baby.
Now we have the title for that Netflix documentary. She corrects herself and says she needs it for her lady and makes her way to the princess's chamber.
What are you doing?
Cleaning, Mum.
With rope?
Helps, Mum.
It's my emotional support rope. I hang anyone who makes me emotional.
Can't do this, Meg.
She kidnaps her and takes her to the dungeon where Despereaux hears her cries for help. He tries alerting the town to what's going on by ringing the bell, waking the chef.
Enough.
I am tired of being played by Kevin Kline and only getting a handful of lines. This guy is expensive. He decides to make more soup, which changes the weather. Yeah, there's only 10 minutes left. We don't need to know how broth affects the gods. And even Osama Bin Laden returns. Hey, it's surprisingly hard to think of a funny name for that thing.
If you want to make a statement, make it a good one.
So great to see you.
I must cook acid in my soup more often.
The princess! She's in danger!
The princess is perfectly safe.
The princess is in danger!
You know, I was thinking about doing a count about how many times they say the word princess in this movie, but when you consider the alternative is my beloved pea is in danger, have you seen my pea? Please save my pea. Maybe this works better. Speaking of which, the rats are about to devour Despereaux's pea. See what I mean? Why'd they call her that? And they reveal the Prince of Perishables isn't Andre's head. He's actually a real thing.
Oh, it feels so good to be out of the kitchen!
This world building's as sturdy as a game of Jenga. The dungeon keeper sees the rats locked up Miggery as well as he notices her birthmark is the same one his daughter had.
My little princess.
I wonder if I can still get 15 quid for you. Roscuro is supposed to unleash the horde on her, but he refuses. Yeah, I guess it does mean more meat for him. But Botticelli does it anyway. Despereaux gets there in time, though, and releases the cat on them.
Should I finish you off myself? Or turn you into cat food?
Does the cat food form a face and talk to... I'm sorry, I still can't get over the rules of this world. They use the light reflecting in to blind our villain, and he gets gobbled up. Thank you, Your Highness. You actually did a thing. The rats are scared away by the light, and the day is saved. Roscuro even gets a chance to finally apologize.
I am sorry.
I'm the one who should be sorry.
We're going to reverse outlawing rats. The majority of them are danger. Is that what we're supposed to learn?
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Well, everybody's in a forgiving mood, aren't they? I feel like even Mr. Rogers would be like, someone needs to get punched at least once.
A king was hurt, so he hurt a rat. And a rat was hurt, so he hurt a princess. And a princess was hurt, so she hurt a servant girl.
Well, when you put it like that, this movie sounds really stupid.
And we tell you that they all lived happily ever after. But whoa, what fun is that?
Why can't most Broderick movies end that way? No, he flies away because Disney's lawyers somehow missed this film and the movie ends. And that was The Tale of Despereaux. It has some good things, but for the most part it's pretty generic. And sometimes really stupid. The visual style did grow on me a little bit, looking very much like a children's book illustration. And like I said, there is some good atmosphere and performances. But this story makes no sense and is unbelievably forced. Maybe the book explained it better, but I don't see how any of this is supposed to naturally flow together. It's odd, but not in a fun way, just in a confusing way. I'm glad a lot of people who worked on this went on to better things, because this is a movie that's definitely in one giant ear and out the other. I'm the nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Oh, I wish it would rain. I wish there was soup again.